Hello, beautiful.
Brought to you by the Golden Saucer Podcast and goldensaucer.net. Get them on iTunes.
Hey Internet, Zombie here. So we've reached our 2-week mark in my vegetarian journey, and I'm gotta say it's going pretty well. Although I did have a cheat day the other day where I went to a buffet and had my way with the vegetable dishes, and in a real bad way, for them at least. But it's this whole thing has gone surprisingly well and has been surprisingly easy, and I don't really think I've had any drawbacks to it all. So I'm gonna move right along. I'm a supporter of and subscriber to Audible, the nation's best blah 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 audiobooks, awesomeness, greatness, blah blah blah. But it's Console Wars by Blake J. Harris. And it's the book set in the late 80s, early 90s about the Sega Nintendo Wars. And it's actually a really interesting book, and it gives you a lot of insight into what goes on and what happened. But it's actually part of my tangent for this week. Other news, I, as well as my good friend Ninja Mac, are going to be at RTX this year, and so we'll definitely be trying to do coverage of that, what we can. We understand that there will probably be areas like, hey, no cameras, please. We'll be like, fine. We'll definitely have both this camera and my Nikon, and so we'll definitely be bringing you coverage of that as best we can, and we're actually really excited because there's going to be a lot of other stuff besides RTX that I'm going to be down in Austin for, and so that'll definitely be coming. Like I said earlier, my tangent for this week has to do with Nintendo and Sega today. Because I've gotten a really good look into how both companies started, and it's just odd to see how Sega has kind of been relegated to almost complete obscurity. I have almost no idea what products are coming for them. I did a tiny bit of research before I started recording just to see what they had coming out, and there's a few things along with a few Sonic the Hedgehog stuff, one of which looks disturbing to say the least, while the other one looks like a cool reboot for the franchise, and it looks like true blue fashion. And so I'm actually really excited about Sonic the Hedgehog Rise Against the Deadly Six. I think that's what it's called, but it's just so weird how a company that just exploded during the late 80s and early 90s has just all but disappeared, while one of them has kind of stayed course and honestly not really changed that much since then. You find out in the book a lot of the problems they had back then, and it's very similar stuff, just with a different time period and mindset of what's current and going on. So it's a really interesting book. I highly suggest you read, listen. I get to listen while at work, and so it's really good. It's a long book as well. So y'all go check that out, and as always, look for our videos. We should have a lot more coming out at the beginning of July and a little bit into that first and second week that I'm really, really excited for, and I really hope that we can start growing this into a community that means as much as the RTX community. and the Rooster Teeth community. I definitely look up to him along with Ninja Mac and a lot of the people I know, where it's kind of, they've been there with us for, almost half my life, which is really crazy to think that they've been doing something so cool, and I hope I get something kind of like that. Not exactly. There's a lot of other stuff that I want to do that they don't. But, I'll leave that to the future. And so I will see you guys around the bend. Peace out.